How can you prepare for an uncertain future with a limited budget? Is it even possible? These are questions often asked by those who are aware of the importance of being prepared but are held back by financial constraints. Prepping, in its essence, is about preparedness. It's about being ready for whatever life throws your way. But there's a common misconception that has been floating around for some time, that prepping requires a lot of money, that it's a luxury only those with deep pockets can afford. This, however, is a myth. True prepping isn't about spending lavishly on expensive gear or stocking up on gourmet survival foods. It's about foresight, planning, and making smart decisions. It's about knowing what to prioritize and how to make the most of what you already have. Today, we debunk the myth that prepping is for the rich. We're showing you how to prepare for the future, even on a tight budget. Where do you start when you're prepping on a budget? It's all about prioritization. When we talk about survival, we're not talking about a 5-star hotel getaway. We're talking about the bare bones of human existence. And that boils down to 4 very basic needs: water, food, shelter, and security. These are the pillars of survival, the essential elements you cannot do without. Water, the source of life, is the first thing on our list. Humans can survive only a few days without it, so ensuring you have a reliable supply of clean water should be your top priority. Look for cost-effective ways to store and purify water. Rainwater collection systems, water purification tablets, or simple boiling methods can be lifesavers. Next up, food. You might think that this means stockpiling canned goods and instant ramen, but there's more to it. Consider learning to preserve food yourself. Not only is it cost-effective, but it also allows you to store the foods you actually enjoy eating. Don't forget to factor in nutritional value. A diet of instant noodles might keep you alive, but it won't keep you healthy. Shelter is often overlooked, but it's just as important. A safe, warm place to sleep can make the difference between life and death. Think about your current living situation and how it could be improved to withstand adverse conditions. This could mean reinforcing your current home or learning how to build temporary shelters from available materials. Last but not least, security. This isn't just about defending yourself from potential threats, but also about ensuring the safety and longevity of your supplies. Basic locks, secure storage solutions, or even a well-trained dog can all add layers of security without breaking the bank. Now look at your own circumstances. Are you living alone, or do you have a family to consider? Do you have any dietary restrictions or medical conditions? These personal factors will influence your needs and therefore your priorities. Remember, survival isn't about luxury, it's about necessities. Prioritize accordingly. Before we dive into our next topic, let's take a moment to connect with our community. If you're finding this guide helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Your support keeps us going and helps us create more informative and practical guides. Also, remember to hit the notification bell so you won't miss our latest updates. We're all in this journey together, learning and growing as a prepping community. Your like, share, and subscription can make a big difference. Now let's continue with our guide on budgeting for prepping. Now that you've identified your needs, how do you fit prepping into your budget? This is the question we'll be tackling in this segment. Budgeting and planning are the pillars of effective prepping. They're not just about stretching your dollars, but about making smart, strategic decisions that can ensure your survival in the long run. Start by taking a hard look at your current spending. Are there unnecessary expenses you can cut out? Maybe that daily cup of coffee from the cafe can be replaced with a home-brewed one. Or perhaps you can cancel that streaming service you rarely use. These might seem like small changes, but added up over the course of a year, they could free up hundreds of dollars for your prepping fund. Next, consider the idea of slowly building up your supplies over time. It's easy to feel overwhelmed when you start thinking about all the gear and supplies you might need. But remember, Rome wasn't built in a day, and your prepping stash doesn't need to be either. Start small, maybe with a week's worth of food and water, then gradually add to it each month. Incorporate prepping into your regular shopping. If canned beans are on sale, buy a couple extra to put aside. If you see a good deal on batteries or first aid supplies, grab them. This way, you're not just saving money, but you're also constantly adding to your stockpile. And don't forget about skills. Some of the most valuable prepping resources are the skills and knowledge you possess. These won't cost you a dime, but they could be life-saving. Spend time learning about things like basic first aid, fire starting, or foraging. These skills won't just serve you in a disaster scenario, but they can also enrich your day-to-day life. Remember, budgeting for prepping isn't about deprivation. It's about making smart choices, prioritizing your needs, and planning for the future. Every penny counts. Small, consistent efforts can lead to significant results over time. Let's delve into some practical, affordable strategies for prepping. Now, you might think prepping is all about stocking up on expensive gear and non-perishable foods. But the truth is, there are countless ways to prepare for unexpected events without breaking the bank. Firstly, buying in bulk is a great way to save money in the long run. Items like rice, pasta, and canned goods often come with a discount when bought in larger quantities. The trick is to only buy what you know you'll use and to rotate your stock to ensure nothing goes to waste. This way, you're not just preparing for the future, you're also reducing your daily grocery costs. Another cost-effective strategy is to grow your own food. Start with simple hardy plants like tomatoes, beans, or zucchinis. Not only will this provide you with a steady supply of fresh produce, but it also teaches you valuable skills. Gardening might seem daunting at first, but with practice, it becomes second nature. Plus, there's nothing quite like the taste of homegrown vegetables. Next, consider do-it-yourself projects. From building your own rainwater collection system to crafting homemade candles, there's a wealth of DIY projects out there that can save you money and enhance your self-reliance. The internet is a treasure trove of tutorials and guides, so take advantage of this resource. Lastly, and perhaps most importantly, invest in learning valuable survival skills. Knowing how to start a fire, purify water, or administer first aid can be far more valuable than any piece of equipment. These skills not only prepare you for emergencies, but they also empower you to be more self-reliant in your everyday life. It's also worth noting that many of these skills can be learned for free or at a very low cost. Look out for community courses, online tutorials, or books at your local library. Knowledge is one resource that never runs out, and it's one that can't be taken away from you. But remember, prepping isn't just about surviving, it's about thriving. So don't just learn how to endure hardship. Learn how to make the most of what you have, to create comfort and abundance even in difficult times. This might mean learning how to forage for wild food or how to repurpose everyday items into useful tools. The key is to be creative and adaptable. In the end, the most important aspect of prepping isn't the gear you have or the amount of food in your pantry. It's the skills you possess and the knowledge you've acquired. These are the tools that will truly equip you to face whatever the future holds. So, as you move forward on your prepping journey, keep these strategies in mind. They're not just ways to save money, they're ways to build resilience, self-reliance, and confidence. And those are qualities no amount of money can buy. Remember, the most valuable prep you have is your knowledge and skills. Invest in those. Prepping isn't just about surviving, it's about thriving in the future. It's about envisioning an existence where you can not only endure but flourish, regardless of the challenges that may come your way. The key to this is long-term planning. Long-term planning is the cornerstone of creating an abundant future. It's not just about having a stockpile of canned goods or a bug-out bag ready to go. It's about cultivating a sustainable lifestyle that can withstand the tests of time and uncertainty. It's about learning to live within your means while steadily building towards a more secure future. Now you might be thinking, that sounds great, but how can I do that on a limited budget? Well, it's simpler than you might think. First, focus on developing skills that can serve you in the long run. Learn to grow your own food. Not only can this save you money, but it can also provide a sustainable food source in times of scarcity. Learn basic repair skills. Being able to fix things yourself can save you a significant amount of money in the long run. Next, consider investing in renewable energy sources, such as solar panels. While the initial cost might seem daunting, the long-term savings are substantial. Plus, being energy independent can be a game changer in a crisis situation. Also, don't underestimate the power of community. Building relationships with like-minded individuals can provide a network of support. Trade skills, share resources, and learn from each other. Together, you can create a resilient community that can weather any storm. Lastly, remember to be patient. Building an abundant future doesn't happen overnight. It's a gradual process, requiring consistent effort and smart decisions. But the payoff is worth it. With careful planning and smart strategies, you can prepare for an uncertain future and build an abundant life regardless of your current financial situation. The future is not a distant, abstract concept. It is a reality that we are constantly shaping with our actions today. So start prepping for your abundant future now. It's within your reach and it's worth every effort. Thank you for joining us on this journey of prepping. We hope that this video has not only given you practical tips for prepping on a budget, but also inspired you to envision a future where you are not just surviving, but thriving. Remember, prepping is not an overnight process, but a lifelong journey. It's about making smart decisions, learning new skills, and building a resilient community. And the best part is, you don't have to do it alone. We are here to guide you every step of the way. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. By doing so, you'll stay updated on all our latest content, filled with practical tips and strategies to help you on your prepping journey. So, stay prepared, stay frugal, and most importantly, stay hopeful. The future is within our grasp, and together we can shape it into a place of abundance. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, keep prepping.